Okay, so in today's video, we're going to make some truffles, and I think you should be able to follow along from this video and make your own at home. All you'll need is some cacao paste, unsweetened, and you'll just add a little sugar, depending on how sweet you like things. And added bonus, we're going to make some candied ginger as well. An example of what you're going to want to get to make the truffles at home. It's cacao liquor, or called cacao paste, or couverture, and it's got cacao butter in it, as opposed to this, which is just straight cacao butter. So we're going to get something like this to make the truffles at home. Go ahead and look in the description box. I'm going to put the approximate measurements for the truffles that I made at home. So today we're going to make some truffles, and we are chopping. So I peeled the ginger, and now I'm going to chop it into these small pieces. Okay, so here's the ginger diced up. What we're going to do is boil it to soften it.
Does that sound about right? We'll do 10 triple ginger, and we'll do 10 chai spice rum. So this is a big block of 448. It's not easy to cut. It's frozen. It's been ground for 24 hours. This is never pretty. I don't think you should film me cutting.
Unsweetened and untempered chocolate. How much, what are we doing?
So we weighed out the couverture, so the unsweetened cacao, and it was 83 grams. I'm hoping to make at least 10 truffles. I usually put 7.5 grams of cacao in each truffle, roughly. So the idea is to have a truffle that weighs 15 grams. I'm adding ginger juice, so I grated some ginger, washed my hands obviously, but I grated some ginger, and I would squeeze out the juice. This is a
just
triple
using a scale.
Yeah, this is a triple ginger truffle. So
now we're adding fresh coconut milk. What's the ratio of that?
so you
And
roughly
vanilla.
want, that wasn't vanilla actually, that was ginger extract, that was in a vanilla container.
Oh, ginger extract in a vanilla bottle. And how much coconut milk?
So we're gonna do it. We want to bring up any liquid to the round about the same amount as the solids to make truffles. So I'm gonna put a bit of butter in as well, because that's 60 something grams of coconut milk and some ginger extract, and now I'm putting some butter in.
So if we have 100 grams of chocolate, we want 100 grams of any kind of liquid.
Yeah,
Butter.
I would say do a little lower, a tiny bit now. I'm just beginning to decide that, but before I was definitely doing around the same amount.
Okay, so a little less. And a combination of coconut milk, butter,
Extracts, like whatever
Extracts.
you want, whatever it is that your liquid portion is, because the next one we're going to do with rum.
Okay, so here's the butter. So it's only really a little bit.
Well, we're already at 80.
Okay, so now we've got it on a double boiler, and we're going to melt it, and we're going to add the sugar and vanilla extract. Okay, so I'm stirring this. It's getting quite dry and thick, so we're going to keep stirring. And some more coconut milk. It's a little separated, so we're going to stir it.
We're going to wait for it to cool a little bit, and then keep stirring in the fat, because what will happen is we'll get a layer of fat around the outside. This is the cocoa butter is separating, and so is the butter.
Okay, so our ginger is done boiling. And now we're going to add 250 grams of sugar. Okay, we're going to strain the water out. And then do we put it back in the
You then put it back into the
pot?
Let's keep it off the heat for a second.
Oh, keep it off the
You can
heat.
just put it on that one. Then
Add our sugar. We're also keeping this this ginger liquid for something. Okay, we added the sugar, and now we're going to add, looks like 1 cup.
2/3 of a cup. But I'm going to send you
2/3 of a
so actually
cup.
should be 1/4. I'm going to send you the recipe.
Of the ginger juice, and then we're going to add some water as well, so it's not as spicy.
doesn't, you know, the caramel doesn't burn, the sugar doesn't burn. So there's a certain point where the crystals get dry, and that's when we've got to really start to keep an eye on it. And then I need to set up some kind of cooling rack for it.
So do you want me to stir it?
Yeah, but we can,
Okay.
it can stay for a while like this, it's okay. So when it boils down a lot, that's when we've got to suddenly get on it.
Okay, apparently this is critical. We do not want...
We don't want to burn the sugar. So it's still, as you can see, it's still gathering moisture here. Like, it'll get to a stage where it powders up a bit, and you've got seconds to get it out the pan at that point.
Almost dry, so then we're gonna take it out. Put it on this cooling rack with parchment paper. This is what we wound up with. So now we're gonna put some in our ginger truffles. We're going to put quite a lot in. I don't know what sort of measurement that is, but we'll have to eyeball it here. Maybe that's quite a lot. I mean, I just want to say I did chop all this ginger.
Very impressive.
Is it?
It's a lot of
Are
work.
these good ones?
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Actually, now that I see how they come out, I was being so anal about them being exact. Now I'm like, okay, it works no matter what size, apparently. So anyway, good thing to know for the future. I don't have to be so crazy. Okay, so we're going to take the mixture we made and we're just going to make it into balls that are 15 grams each. And then we're putting cacao nibs on it.
We're just putting, yeah, cacao powder actually. It's just a very coarse powder. But usually we roll these in untempered chocolate with cocoa powder, and it makes a hard shell. So this is the ginger, the triple ginger truffle mix that we did. And we're just serving it pretty rough today.
Oh, and we have masks on. Oh, we don't want our faces in here.
It doesn't matter.
Truffles.
Actually, I'm going to give you this to do. You can
Okay.
just do exactly what I did, and I'll start doing the smearing.
These are, what are these?
These are rum chai spice.
Rum chai spice.
And we're going to cover them with dark popped amaranth chocolate. Make sure they're very nice and round, please.
That's not round enough? I feel like mine is rounder than yours.
No, that one was definitely not great either. Okay.
Okay, let's see if she says this is round enough.
So I've just covered this in chocolate. I actually put it on with a palette knife.
Ooh.
But you end up having to use your hands.
She's doing melted chocolate over there.
And then you just roll it in a little cocoa butter. And there's like
cocoa butter.
Oh, I should have put the parchment paper down. Never mind. Remembering everything.
I distracted her. This one's gonna have a little cocoa butter chunk in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah, this is an unfortunate aspect of it separating.
Is that too small?
Well, we need to get 10 out. How many do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll have 10.
Okay, so if I try and leave early, I can get these to Adrian, some of these to Adrian. While I drop the thing in. Should put a little cinnamon on there too, actually.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's my truffle. Good.